Hello and welcome. This is Advocate Srirang Chaudhary to take you through the possibility of a stay being granted to the Maratha reservation for the medical admissions as well as the recruitment process that is going on. Now, uh, it is to be noted that there have been two major developments as regards the interim relief. In the month of April, on application by a PG medical student, the Supreme Court has ordered that the PG medical and dental course admissions would be subject to the outcome of the petitions currently pending before the Supreme Court, which challenge the judgment of the Bombay High Court validating the Maratha reservation. Secondly, an undertaking was given by the government that it would not issue appointment letters till 15th of September regarding the mega bharti, that is the big recruitment drive which is supposed to take in about 72,000 candidates. Recently there have been a spate of results declared, and those results are the culmination of a process which had started after the Maratha reservation was enacted by the state government. For quite a long period there was no recruitment because it was the will of the government that Marathas should be accommodated in reserved category, and hence this big recruitment drive of 72,000 vacancies was taken up after the ACBC Act enactment. Now, two developments. Firstly, the interim relief granted to a PG medical student. Secondly, the undertaking by the government, which sought adjournment on that date before the Supreme Court. And when it was mentioned that there was apprehension that the recruitment drive would yield into, or rather result in, appointments being made on posts reserved for Marathas, then it was apprehended that if those posts of the open category are lost, then that was a big apprehension voiced by the advocates opposing Maratha reservation, and the government came in with an undertaking that they won't be appointing anybody, or rather issuing appointment letters till 15th of September. Now we are in a position where the Supreme Court is likely to declare its order prior to 15th of September, and there is speculation as to whether the Supreme Court will stay the Maratha reservation. To understand the possibility of a stay being had, we have to look into the historical and legal perspectives of this particular issue. Historical in that the Indra Sahani judgment plays a big role in whatever order the court might pass, and historical in the sense that the Maratha reservation, as it was originally granted in 2014 by way of an ordinance, was stayed by the Bombay High Court, and effectively Maratha reservation was stayed from 2014 till 2018. This was brought to the notice of the Supreme Court by advocates arguing against the reservation and opposing the reference to a larger constitutional bench. There was another aspect argued that this court, uh, or rather, if at all the matter is to be referred, then it was urged that this court, this bench of three judges, do have ample powers to do the needed to issue interim relief by granting stay to the reservation. In that context, Justice Gupta, one of the three judges presiding in the present matter, he quoted a judgment of 1993 in which a three-judge bench had uh, stayed reservation beyond 50%, which was granted by the state of Karnataka. This assumes significance because the main question regarding the validity of Maratha reservation, one of the main questions is whether the state government was empowered or whether it was proper on the part of the state government to extend reservations exceeding 50% cap set in Indra Sahani. It was urged on behalf of the people arguing for the reservation that there existed circumstances which were exceptional, and these exceptional circumstances, it was suggested, was that Maharashtra has uh, in a way, the backward caste population in Maharashtra has increased to a great extent, that the area in Maharashtra is remote, or that is a possibility. It was countered that the idea itself was absurd, that Maharashtra is somehow inaccessible, that Maharashtra is somehow disadvantaged, uh, India at large. That was disputed, and it is indeed absurd to say that such a developed state as Maharashtra is suffering from ill effects of uh, backwardness of a particular community which is as dominant as the Marathas. So the question of exceptional circumstances is important in the context of education only. As far as employment goes, the uh, allows in Indra Sahani judgment that though the 50% cap is not as a rule to be exceeded, in exceptional circumstances, the state may provide reservation, provided that it has quantifiable data to show to the court that such exceptional circumstances do exist. Now, why the reservation iteration in 2014 by way of an ordinance was stayed? One of the main reasons was that the reservation was based on data which was provided by the Rane committee, which was not a constitutional commission. And the data provided by Rane commission was inadequate according to the then judgment of the Bombay High Court, to gather the inference that Marathas are socially and educationally backward. Now, this is to be understood in its proper context, because in 2014, an ordinance has granted Marathas reservation to the tune of 16%. On the same date, another ordinance was promulgated which granted Muslims a reservation of 5% in all of the 50% then extant uh, left open for the open category unreserved seats. 50% unreserved seats. Of those 50%, 21% were taken away by two ordinances, 16% for Marathas and 5% for Muslims. Now, this was both for jobs and education. Maratha reservation was stayed, Muslim reservation was okayed far as education went. However, the employment aspect of the Muslim reservation by ordinance was stayed on the sole ground that there is no way that 50% cap can be exceeded in view of the ruling of the Supreme Court in Rohtas Bhankar versus the Union, and in M. Nagaraj. 50% cap set in Indra Sahani was reiterated by the Supreme Court in these two landmark judgments, and hence the aspect of employment reservation, even for Muslims, which were deemed to be a class deserving of reservation benefit in education, they were also not given the benefit of reservation in employment. Now, this assumes significance in view of the fact that this big recruitment drive has been undertaken by the government of Maharashtra with respect to uh, 72,000 vacancies, in which Maratha reservation has been provided for. Obviously, the medical admissions are of paramount importance because of the scarcity of the seats. This is to be understood in context of the fact that overall in Indian context, the 75,000 medical seats are available, MBBS seats, whereas in Maharashtra alone, about 150,000 seats are available for engineering, graduate engineering. So this is there is a sea of difference between opportunities available in the medical field and the engineering field, and hence the medical admissions assume importance. uh, it is to be noted that in the academic year 2019, the enactment, that is the ACBC Act, had a clause in section 16 subsection 2, which said that admissions that courses to which admission process had started prior to the enactment of the ACBC Act, that is prior to 1st December 2018, reservation won't apply to those uh, courses. And those two courses were UG and PG NEET examinations, or rather the postgraduate and undergraduate medical courses. The process for admission to those courses had started prior to the enactment of the SCBC Act, and hence legally that was not allowed. However, the government went on to grant, or rather to implement its reservation policy from the year 2019 for SCBC, and proceeded to give admission to students of Maratha community in postgraduate medical seats. This was cancelled by the Nagpur bench. These admissions were struck down by an order which was challenged by the state before the Supreme Court. However, the Supreme Court refused to intervene in the matter, saying that the order has been passed properly, and subsection 2 of section 16 of the SCBC has clearly mandates that reservation would not be extended to PG medical course in 2019. Now, in view of this, though the admissions were later on regularized by passing of an ordinance, the year 2020 was the first time medical admissions would be legally permissible uh, for Maratha reserved seats. And it is in this context that this challenge arises. PG medical or UG medical students arguing against a reservation, pleading against a reservation exceeding 50% is the first time. The earlier time, the reservation was legally impermissible. However, it was granted. Now, the reservation is legally permissible as per the provisions of the original SCBC Act. This reservation is permissible. Now, whether the court stays the effect of reservations for Marathas in this admission process is the $1 million question. In this context, it is to be understood that in 2014, the stay was granted on certain specific grounds. First of which was that there were no exceptional circumstances shown to the satisfaction of the court that Maratha community was socially and educationally backward. That defect in the earlier stand of the government has said to have been cured by the government appointing the Gaikwad Commission, which is the popular name given to the Maharashtra State Backward Classes Commission. And this commission, headed by retired High Court Justice Gaikwad, conducted a survey and gave its finding that the Marathas were indeed socially and educationally backward. This flies in the face of reports of four commissions. The Mandal Commission had said no, they are forward caste. The Khatri Commission, I think in 2000, also said that it is a forward caste. The inclusion of Marathas in the OBC category was referred to two further commissions, Bapat Commission and Lele Commission, which rejected the application of the government of Maharashtra to include Marathas in the OBCs, that is the other backward categories. And in 2014, a special class named educationally and socially backward class was created specifically to grant reservation to the Marathas. Now that was struck down by the court. The current iteration of the Maratha reservation, it is deemed a socially and educationally backward class, that is the SBC as it is known. This was the earlier act, or the earlier ordinance was stayed also on the ground that even the constitution makers did not intend the reservations to be uh, majority of the available seats. In fact, in a famous speech in the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee, had stated that if the reserved seats were to be 70% of the available seats, that is, the reserved seats should be the majority, and the open seats or unreserved seats, if they are in the minority, then that would be uh, in contravention of the first principle of equality. First principle of constitution is equality, according to the view propounded by Dr. Ambedkar. Now, that here we see that the reservation now stands at 72% in education. That is the majority of seats, as then quoted by Dr. Ambedkar. If he said that the reserved seats are 70 and the open seats are 30, then that would be a travesty. The idea of equality is shown the door. If that happens, that has happened in Maharashtra. Now the question is whether the Supreme Court will stay the reservation. In this context, it is important to remember that Rajasthan High Court and Madhya Pradesh High Court have stayed reservation in excess of 50% by way of a speaking order. That is, the moment the reservation exceeding 50% was challenged, there was an interim stay. Maharashtra did not, students in Maharashtra, candidates in Maharashtra had to suffer 1 year's loss of seats when it was not legally permissible. Now, the question is whether this uh, reservation is stayed, particularly for the MBBS admissions. NEET is going to take place on 13th of September. Thereafter, the admission process will start. Till then, the Supreme Court will rule whether there should be a stay. The stay will affect both the education and the employment aspect of the reservation. There can't be a partial stay to this and implementation of the reservation in other fields. So this assumes importance. It was not stressed yesterday in the during the course of arguments on 3rd September. This matter was not stressed. However, the Supreme Court will be aware of the earlier orders, the earlier observations of the court. This particular bench was hearing the matter since the last 2 months. This has been hearing the matter, and it must be within their knowledge. It will be considered what is to be done regarding reservation in employment. And in this context, it is very necessary to understand the anxiety that people who have qualified for jobs on the basis of Maratha reservation, their angst, their anxiety, their frustration at the eventual process, whatever may happen, the Supreme Court will obviously consider everything and pass a reasoned order for which they will take time, due time. Obviously, that goes without saying that everything, all factors will be considered. There is hope that reservations will be stayed because the period for formation of a five judge bench, which seems to be likely, though it is only a uh, hazard as in a hazardous guess to say what the court will do. Yet there was great emphasis on the fact that this needs to be considered by a five judge bench, though this seems to be quite unlikely happening, because as one particular presiding officer, presiding judge, Supreme Court judge said that there is precedent in 1993 of a three-judge bench passing an order regarding stay, which was later on merged in the final order. Now, two questions remain: whether the stay will be granted, whether the matter will be referred to constitutional bench. Whatever happens, now that the court has heard the matter at length, it will be in a position to decide with ample inputs from lawyers on both sides, so many arguments advanced. The almost 4 days the court heard the matter. Hope justice will be done, and further hope that and I pray that all of us take the judgment in its the order in its right spirit. We should be welcoming of whatever order is passed and hoping that justice is done. I remain Advocate Srirang Chaudhary. So nice of you to have given me time. Thank you very much.